Hello, top-notch parents. We are live on our YouTube. Who is with me? Good day, top-notch parents. We are here to talk seriously on something that matters most to every one of us, especially for parents with Resolute children. All right, my name is Loretta Iyasele. I'm happy to be here at the YouTube channel, the Top Notch Prince YouTube channel. All right, who is with me? So without wasting too much time, sorry, I want to apologize for coming a little bit late today. We are here to talk seriously on parenting the resolute child. That's why we are here. Okay, so who is a resolute child? I want us to start from there. Who is a resolute child? Rather, some people will call them the strong-willed child. But I prefer to call such a child the resolute child, because I feel the strong-willed child has been overwhelmed, and somehow most times when you mention the strong-willed child, there's a way we see them. We see them as difficult children. With other parents see them as stubborn children. Other persons see them as children that cannot be easily swayed. So I just resolved to calling them the resolute child. They are difficult, they are stubborn, and they are not easily swayed. You can add your own words to the ones I've actually checked we have here. So the resolute child has his or her own good traits too. They are not necessarily stubborn like we see them. They are not necessarily difficult like we see them, but they also have their good traits. Okay, I see them as spirited, courageous, energy and high energy child that has a strong force, a strong drive, and persistent. A child that is persistent, a child that is that holds on to what he or she believes in, a child that has a strong drive. That's a resolute child. You know, they want to learn, all right, for themselves. That's a resolute, rather than accepting what others say. The resolute child will always want to learn for him or herself. You know, they don't just take people hook, line, and sinker, as it were. They want to learn for themselves. You know, when their heart is set on something, their brain finds it's difficult for them to switch off, as it were. If you're able to bring up a resolute child on the kind of value, particularly your home values, it's difficult for somebody out there to unlearn them. Okay. Okay, it's difficult to unlearn them, to begin to remove those values. That's who a resolute child is. That's a good trait, you know, from a resolute child. You know, when their heart is set on something, their brain finds it difficult to switch gear. That's another thing about the resolute child. They find it difficult to switch gear from that they have learned, from that you have taught them, from those values that they have. So it's always good for us to discover who our children are early enough. If it's a soft child or if it's the resolute child, I won't want to use the word strong-willed. Okay, so the earlier you know who your child is, the better for you. So you begin to walk along that path. Okay, we all know that every human being has different temperaments. Most resolute children are choleric by nature. If you're able to manage, if you're able to walk along that path, if you're able to follow them up rightly, you will get the best out of the resolute child, you best out of the strong-willed child. So like I said initially, they are good traits, they are spirited, they are courageous, they are not timid. So you don't want to work on your resolute child to the extent that you kill the self-esteem, the courageous spirit that the child has, that God has given. They have high energy, all right? So I want us to know this. You cannot continue to have a power struggle with your with your strong-willed child. No, no, no. It's be a balance. Okay. So how can that how can you have that balance? You need to take a deep breath and allow. You need to avoid your child to make you feel like a child. How can your child make you feel like a child? For example, you find yourself in a position of always struggling with your child. You know, you have your points to make, you have an issue to pass on, and you see some parents even fighting with their children. They come to the level of struggling. Okay, they come to them being struggling and fighting with the child. Rather than taking the place of a parent, you are not seeing yourself in the place of a child. Okay, there is also a time of bringing yourself to the position of that child if you want to impact the child. But when an adult starts behaving like a baby, rather than taking the place of a parent or guardian, it means your child is overpowering you. You know, now we need to know what resolute children cannot stand. What is it that they cannot stand? Yes, you are the parent. Yes, you are the adult in your resolute child's life. But at the same time, you must know that your child is an individual who has feelings, who has his own values, all right? And you want to allow the child to grow up maturely. You want a child to grow up independently, all right? So you don't want to kill that spirit. So what resolute children resolute children cannot stand? The first one is power struggle. As a parent, you don't want to go into power. No, 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 no. You are the boss as a parent. You are the mentor as a parent. So you find yourself going into power struggle with your resolute child. It's not good. The resolute children don't like that. Okay, you need to avoid that. Another point is avoid being, no, they don't, when they are not understood also is another thing they can't stand. They want you to help them be in the place of feeling. They want you to believe, understand them. Okay, so you must stay in the place, make them feel, yes, I know you are like this. I know your position. So you have to walk, let them know that you understand them. Then at the same time, as a parent, you need to set limits. Okay, you want to set limits on what you should do and what you should not do. And what's your I'm sorry, we're looking at what resolute children cannot stand now. When you look at setting limits, they constrain them when you put them in the box. Okay, they want to express themselves. When you try to say this is where you can reach, no, 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 no. Like setting boundaries, saying like that. They are vibrant. Remember, we said they are courageous. They are highly spirited children. So you begin to set limits for them to say, this is your limit. No, no, no. You won't get the best. You will not be able to bring up a leader in the resolute child that is your house. The lack of empathy. You know, they want you to let them feel. They want you to empathize with them. You know, they want you to place. Okay, as an adult, as a caregiver, as a parent, you know, the resolute children cannot stand parents that cannot empathize with them. Okay, you must understand that that position is very key for you to show empathy, to be empathetic. Okay, you know, like I always tell parents, there's a place for respect for your child as a parent, not necessarily you say yes, 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 you must. Respect is reciprocal. Okay, so for your child to know that respect is important as he's growing, you need to show your child respect too. Okay, so resolute children cannot stand parents that lack empathy. They cannot. You know, then poor negotiating skills. You know, as a parent, you must know how to negotiate with your child. All right, I'm not saying you should negotiate with your child to the extent that he'll begin to take you out astray. No, you know, the negotiation. Resolute children don't like when you cannot negotiate with them. You want to tell them, give them a straight jacket. They don't like that. Lack of win-win solution is another thing a resolute child cannot stand. Lack of win-win. There's always a win-win position every parent should take. All right, they don't like the fact that you feel you know it all and they don't know nothing. Remember, your resolute child is energetic. Your strong-willed child is energetic. Your strong-willed child is vibrant. So it doesn't want you to feel that he or she knows nothing. So that's another point there. I want us to also look at some things I tag it as difficult for a reason. You want to know why your child, some parents will call me, madam, my son or my daughter is difficult. I find them really difficult to reason with. I find that child so difficult to thank you for hooking. Please, I want comments here, and please subscribe to our channel. If you are joining me now, please subscribe to this young channel that we're just bringing up. Thank you so much. Okay, they are difficult for a reason. You must know. Instead, rather than saying my child is difficult, my child is strong-willed, you should find out. You should get to know why your child is difficult. They are difficult for a reason. Why are they difficult? They do not want to because what they stand for. Yes, that's why they are difficult. They don't want you. They don't want to compromise what they stand for. So when you try to force them to submit to your will, they don't find it funny because they stand for something. They want you to know what they stand for. So that's why you need to go to the negotiating table with them. Okay, they have something to offer, and it's like you are trying to shut them down. So that's the reason why they are difficult. Another one is breaking the child's will, and you now leave him open to the influence of others. Of others who often will not serve his or her interests. You do not want that for your child. When you leave your child, most times we say the child is strong-willed. Thank you for hooking. Thank you. When you say your child is strong-willed, and also know that if you have trained your child well, if you have brought up your child with good values, when they go out there and the negative person tries to influence, your resolute child is difficult for such person to do that. So that's another reason why they are difficult. Some people out there try to work on your resolute child to deposit those negative values. They're not like, oh, this child is difficult. That's another reason why your resolute child is difficult. Being strong-willed isn't the same thing as being a bad child. No, please, let's know that. That your child is strong-willed does not mean that it's a bad child. No. Your child is the strong-willed child is simply determined to do things according to his or her own terms. All right. Why their sheer stubbornness can be admirable at times. Yes, sometimes you just admire them because you like, oh yes, my child cannot be influenced out there if I've done my work. It can also be downright, frustrating for parents and teachers. Yes, I know it's difficult. I know it's frustrating, but you just know that as a parent, by the time you have understood who your child is, okay, you will know what to. You start working on the child. When people hear the term strong-willed, they probably jump to the idea of a strong-willed child. Yes, it happens most. Strong-willed child, stubborn, and no. The child has a lot in him. He knows he has he has something to offer. So you need to give the child space by not confining the child so that he or she can express himself. Okay, they are not just stubborn for no reason. There's a reason why they are stubborn. They want you to come to terms with them. They want you to hear them out also. Okay, they want you also to hear them out. So it's good we do this. It's good we sometimes hear them out. All right, they are not just obstinate for any reason. They are not just tantrum throwers for any reason. Okay, when things don't work out well the way they want it, you need to come to terms with them. You need to sit down and understand like that. They're not bad children. Resolute children, strong-willed children, they are not bad, you know. Nobody has ever seen a book called Parenting a Compliant Child. Say the child complies. No, it's always the resolute, it's always the strong will. That's what we see out there most of the time. We don't see the other one. So that's why it's a topic for us to really look at, you know. But when we start looking at being strong-willed in a positive way, as a parent, you have to see your child as being strong-willed. Don't see it towards the negative all the time. No. Don't see it like that. You know, instead of seeing them as stubborn, instead of seeing them as obstinate, why don't you see them as resolute? That's why I decide not to use the word strong will. I decide to use resolute for the child. Okay, now let's look at Jesus Christ. Because I'm a Christian, I want to use this example. You know, we know Christ, our Savior, is resolutely on what he wants to do. He came for a cause. He was resolute about it. Yes, I'm going to the cross to pay a price, and I will not let anybody distract me. I will not let hindrances stop me from what I have been called to do, why I came in the form of flesh. All right, so we have a Jesus Christ, our Savior, who was also resolute, who has this resolute spirit in him. No, he was looking at the cross. His will was very strong. He was strong-willed. Yes, because, you know, so we need children who are considered as strong-willed. They have their will, usually against whatsoever it is their parents want them to do, and not what they want to do. All right, so that's why you need to come to terms as a parent. You need to come to terms with that child as a guardian. You need to guide. I'm not saying that some resolute children, their own point of view is always right. No, shit with them. Because at the end of the day, if you are able to do that early enough, you end up grooming a leader in your resolute child. You know, yes, the struggle is real for you parents of strong-willed children. Yes, out there, I know that. But you need to come to terms with your resolute child so that you can get the best out of him, so that you can get the best out of her. Because once they've made up their mind, it is settled for most children, yes. So that you get it fast, all right? So there's so many theories out there, you know, who have come up with points and tips that can actually help parents, you know, towards attaining a good result for the resolute child. No, but I want us also, we'll be looking at that soon. But I also want to look to. I want you to also know that a resolute child is also molded. Yes, you are in that place to mold the resolute child. You know, they need to know that they have a mind of their own. Yes, you must make your resolute child know that he or she has a mind. Let them feel important. Let them feel you understand them. Let them feel, yes, I know your position. Why you pass on your values. Why you begin to impact. Show empathy. It's very important as a parent who is bringing up, okay? It's very, very important. So, yeah, a few things to pay attention to if you want to get the most out of your resolute child. How can we get the most out of the strong-willed child, the one we call the strong-willed, that I call the resolute child? How can you really get the best out of the child? The first one is love and care. Love and care. Remember, I said I talked about Jesus Christ. Also love the world that he gave his only son, Jesus Christ. That's the Father up there, you know, giving us Jesus because he loves us. So that's why you need to show love. Okay, that's why. And he said, whoever believes in him will not perish. All right. So you need to show love and care. The moment you make it known to a child that he or she is troubling you, and you choose to reduce or hold back the love and care, you sure are only exposing the child to get it from someone else, which can be the wrong hands. Okay? By the time you start making the child feel that, oh, you're too stubborn, you're resolute, you are hard, you're difficult, I'm tired, you don't show that love, you don't make the child feel you like the child, you don't make the child feel you care, the child will go out there and get the negative value. God helping you. So that's why showing love and care is very, very important. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. As this video blesses you, as this you get value from this video, please subscribe, like, and comment on our channel, the Top Notch Parents Network YouTube channel. So love and care. Let the child feel loved. Your resolute child is difficult, but it's not a bad child. So you have to show love. Another point is patience. That's when you need to endure with the child. You need to be in the place of being patient. You know, remember the Bible. You know, one of the fruits of the Spirit in the Bible is patience. Okay, it said, let patience have her perfect work. It's in the Bible, James 1 verse 4. So you need to be patient, okay, with the child, not forceful. All right. If patience is a virtue, you shouldn't be forceful. Don't let the child feel anything there. No. Let it be care. Show care to that child. Be patient with that child. If you're able to exercise these attributes, I tell you the truth, you will be molding a leader in your resolute child. Channel. Another point is where you channel all your points to the positive things, towards the positive things. Like says parents will say, my child is difficult, my child is this, my child will not make it because he's too stubborn. Your child is difficult, yes. So which means if this difficult, it means my child does not easily give up. It means that difficulty can be channeled towards a positive angle to get the best out of the child. Yes. Rather than looking at the negative light, rather than frowning, rather than feeling, oh, I'm tired. No, that difficult aspect. Yes, a strong-willed child. I keep telling, I tell some friends, I have a strong-willed son. I have one that is really, really strong-willed. So what I do is I soft hands sometimes and want to hear. If we have issues to settle, we have issues to argue, I want to hear from him. I want to know why he's doing what he's doing. I want him to understand that mommy cares. I want to show love. Then I begin to look at him. I keep telling people, you cannot influence my strong-willed child. They are difficult outside, you cannot. So I begin to infuse the positive values, knowing that once I put the positive value, it stays. And the brain cannot easily turn it the other way around. No. So discover what your child likes and help channel that resoluteness into that area. Okay? Channel it towards that area, towards what your child likes, while you work on the negative ones. Okay? Then you need to hear your child's points of view. You need to hear why your child is. Hear from the child. Okay? Don't be judgmental. Don't be judgmental. So don't just conclude on the child. Hear from the child. You know, you can ask, I hear that you don't want to take a bath. Can you tell me more about bath? That will help. Than say, go and take your bath. You've not had your bath today. I will smack you. I'm going to break your head. Oh. It will work with a resolute child. You can ask question. Oh, hello, son. Hello, daughter. You don't want to take your bath? Can I really know? Can you let me know why you don't want to take your bath? You are pushing him to respond, and he will let you have he will let you know then you begin to walk from that angle. Why he doesn't want, then you let the child. That's saying go. You cannot get results from a resolute child by force, using force, applying force. No, you cannot. No, you need to hear from the child's point of view. Then positive exposure is another one, you know, exposing the child positively. This can be, positive exposure cannot be overemphasized, okay? Cannot be overemphasized. With love and patience, you expose them to positive things, you know, like research, all right, and planning, academic excellence, studying and not romance, then drugs, movies, porn, clubbing, and the likes. You know, positive. Some of these things are terrible that I've just mentioned. Drugs, movie, porn, clubbing, you know, and the likes. Okay, when you expose your child to the positive, all right, a resolute child, once you have done your and established, your child will look at the negative. It will stick to the brain and it stays there. And it will be difficult for anybody else to influence that child. That's why it's important, parents, please, let's start early enough. Don't leave your children 24/7 to the house help. You need to stay in the place of helping that child out. You need to stay in the place of understanding who your resolute child is. Your child generally, if it's a choleric, if it's sanguine, if it's melancholic, a character trait in your child, then you need to read more, you need to ask questions, then find out who your child is, what he likes and what he or she does not like, then drive the positive, work on the positive while you begin to knock out the negative. Emphasize more on the positive, emphasize more, expose the child to the positive. Okay, like research, I talked about research, then time management, how to manage time. All right, why they should do what they should do at the time they should do it. Like what happened in my house by last night was this. I know we have a program my children have a program for 8 a.m. and another program for 12 noon. So what I did, I said, okay, guys, you go to bed early so I can rise up early. Okay, you tell them ahead. They say, okay. So they went to bed early in the morning. I woke them up. It's time, take your bath, eat, and all of that. Then start revising your book before your program starts. Okay, so positive exposure. All right, so even watch TV, you shouldn't do screen time too much. All right, so you want to work on their strength, the area they are very good at. Expose them to good things, research, expose them to documentaries that will benefit them better. Okay, another point is follow restrictions strictly and carefully. Following restrictions strictly and carefully is very, very important. This is where you are flexible. You have to be flexible. All right, strictly, firmly put the reason why you're doing what you're doing, why you want your restrictions, why you don't want this, why you don't want the screen time too much, why they shouldn't watch television 24/7, why they shouldn't just always go to visit, why they should not always be on their online and all of that. You need to let them know strictly and carefully. Like I said, you shouldn't allow your child to make you become a child. Remember, you are supposed to be in charge. Another point is don't engage, communicate. Don't engage, rather communicate, because often strong-willed children are prone to power struggle with their parents. Okay, they don't. When you start struggling with the strong, you won't get results. They are prone to it. However, to have a power struggle, you don't have to attend every argument to which you are invited by your child. Some you just push aside. Don't let your 4-year-old make you act like a 4-year-old yourself. I keep saying that. Or your 5-year-old or your 10-year-old. Stay in the place of a parent. That's why I said don't engage, but communicate. Pass on your message. Why you ask them questions. Why do you want to do it? Like have the reason why. Then from the response, you begin to work on them. Okay. Then another thing is you need to let them have a choice. A choice is very important, that you let your strong-willed child have a choice. Don't just shove things down their throat. Don't force everything down their throat. You know, they feel their integrity is compromised when you do that. When you try to force everything, it's like they feel, oh, okay, mine does not count. My integrity is like I'm compromising my integrity. They don't want that. So don't, when you force a child to submit to another person's will, you as an adult, I'm sure you won't want another adult to force you to do what you don't want to do as an adult. So also goes for the resolute children. All right, don't just shove things. They don't want things shoved down them like that. Like I was saying, my son, when my son started learning how to cook, you know, sometimes we had that struggle today too. It was like, okay, I parboil the rice, or that mommy, if parboil the rice, okay. I want to clean and remove the starch. Why? Before we cook it again. So I was like, okay. He said, no, I can do it myself. I can. I said, okay, go ahead. Why? I stand by the side to watch what you are doing. So that's my strong-willed son. That's my resolute son. So I allowed him, and he did it well. He doesn't want that, okay, mommy, you're teaching me and you are the one doing it. No, let me do it myself. That's how they are. So when you allow your child sometimes, no, a leader, okay, they love to cooperate. They will cooperate with you if you give them the choice. If you let them have a choice. At the end of the day, they'll cooperate with you if you let them have the choice. That's who a strong-willed child is, a resolute child. Another point is discipline through the relationship, not through punishment. Okay? The more you fight with the more you fight your child, the more you undermine her desire to please you. Yes. Okay? The more you punish, the more you fight, instead of taking the place of a parent, instead of disciplining, instead of disciplining the child by through relationship, you want to discipline the child through punishment. It won't work. You will not get results. So through cordial relationship, okay. Something was reported to me by parents say this story because the child is a resolute child. So they told me the teacher came, and there are three of them, but one was not around for lesson. So two of them were available, and they were going to use the laptop. So the teacher told the first child was to start, and the second was to wait. The third one was still sleeping. So they take turns for their class. So when the second, he started and went for the laptop, got the laptop and was to start the class. But he has already put it on. Of course, he was watching something else online while the teacher was there. So the teacher was like, okay, let's start the class. I'm not knowing that the child or the girl was watching something else. So the second child took it. The first is a girl and the second is a boy. So the second son took the laptop and they started. But the second son was now watching a video that the child said, the teacher said the daughter should not watch. And of course, the resolute child didn't like it. And he was like telling the teacher, the girl was telling, my brother is not supposed to be here. But the teacher, because maybe it's like having a likeness for the second child more than the girl, said, no, let him stay there. I want him there. Of course, this resolute child didn't like it because he said, no, we have rules in this house. Our parents have said anytime each of us is in class, the other one should not be there, which the teacher didn't know. Of course, I'm sure, I don't know if they told the child, because something actually happened. The daughter went fighting the mom. That's why are you supporting the teacher? You didn't hear from me. You needed to hear from me. So they had to call me, and I said, okay, we'll do this. We had a video session. So I put the children on video. I said, okay, mommy judged, and I said, I would like to hear from the child too. So the daughter told me this was what happened. I was in class, and my junior brother, the laptop I was supposed to use, my junior brother ended up taking it from me, and the teacher said he should remain in the class. And we don't do that in our home. Each time any of us want to have a class, she is the first, the second is a boy, and the third is a girl too. So it's like each time we want to have the class, we always use the laptop, you know. And my brother was not supposed to be in the lesson room with me. So I now asked, then what happened? He said, then I was not telling the teacher to tell my brother to leave the class, but the teacher said no, that he should be enjoying it. The Resolute child does not like when you slight him or her. If she felt slighted, she felt, okay, I'm not loved by this teacher. So she started reacting. And what happened is the teacher used the word. So teachers, please, let's be mindful of, remember you're a teacher, you must stay in the place as a teacher. If you are also a Resolute adult, please, it can't work. When you're working with children, you have to be careful. You must take the place of empathy. You must be empathetic. So the teacher now said, you want my mind towards you. And the girl said yes. What did the teacher? The teacher held this girl, slapped the girl, and pushed the girl on the ground. And the girl reacted. So I learned, they said the teacher held the girl like this. How will a teacher do that? Held the girl. And the mom didn't see that, because they've often seen this girl as a stubborn child. They've often seen this girl as a difficult child. They often seen this girl as somebody that, but you don't want to hear from her. So he said the teacher held her, slapped her, and pushed her on the floor. Okay, and there's no camera in the room to prove that. But when he said that, when I heard from her, I had to ask the brother. The brother said yes, that was what happened. So I asked the mom, did you hear it like this? The mom said, no, my daughter. I said, no, madam, calm down. I'm not saying what your daughter has done is right, but did you hear this part that the teacher slapped your daughter and even pushed her on the ground? And I was encouraging your second child, which is a boy, to watch movie in the lesson. He said, no, my calm. We need to take deep breaths with these children. Okay? And eventually, and that's okay. Hear from your son. The son now told the mom, mommy, truly I don't like what my teacher did. At the end of the day, when the mom came in, the mom started beating the daughter in presence of the teacher, pushed the daughter on the ground. Of course, the daughter was having a pen. They used it to scratch the mom on the lap, and the mom had an injury. So you see it. You didn't listen to the girl, and the girl felt withdrawn. I'm to maybe tomorrow there, but I don't know, maybe after church or Monday. But I was able to resolve it halfway. I told the mom, you have a Resolute daughter, and there's a way to go about it. I hope she's joining me live, because she's in my community here. I hope she's joining me live to hear this. Okay, so by the time I talked to the daughter, she was now calm, and I said, madam, any teacher that will hold your child like this is not ready to work, no matter what. And it bruise the child's self-esteem, the Resolute child, but Resolute child will not give in. And even in mom, now you have gotten an injury on your lap. Sin like that shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have. So please, we need to discipline through the relationship and not through punishment. Please, you won't get results with a Resolute child like that. You might get it with a soft-hearted child, but at the end of the day, you just be raising a weak child. But for the Resolute, no, you will not. It will bring in more damage. And at the end of the day, you might not even grow up a leader. I'm sorry to say. Okay? So another point I want us to look at, avoid nagging. Nagging. Your Resolute child wants mastering. He wants mastery. He wants it wants mastering. Avoid nagging. Help him to feel more independent in taking responsibility. Like I told you, my son is a Resolute child. If I teach him one particular thing, he doesn't want me to repeat it again. He wants to practice it himself. You understand, he wants to do it himself. Even if he's not getting it right, he wants to do it again. alone. He wants to be independent. And eventually, by the time he gets it, he's happy, he's calm. But if I like, oh, the same thing, I'm nagging. Okay, you didn't dress your bed. Oh, you didn't do this one. Every day I don't like that. You won't get results. You won't be you won't be bringing up a leader in your resolution when you nag about a particular thing day in, day out. I'm not saying don't cancel. I'm not saying don't impact. It's different when you impacting the child with value. It's different from nagging, complaining. No, correct in love, discipline through relationship, not through. All right. I hope we have learned today, because we are calling it a wrap. You know, if you have a strong-willed child, if you have a resolute child, you are lucky. A resolute child can be a challenge when they are young. Yes, when they are young, but if sensitively parented, they become terrific teenagers and young adults. Yes, they become self-motivated and inner directed. They are directed, they go after what they want and are almost and are almost you cannot say they don't fall for peer pressure easily. No, they don't fall. As long as parents resist the impulse to break their will, strong-willed children often become leaders. If you don't break, if you resist that impulse to break yourself, your resolute child's will, strong will be raising a leader for tomorrow. I hope we have gained something today. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. Let's grow it together. Please invite friends to subscribe, invite friends to like, please invite your friends to put in comments. My name is Loretta. I'm a parent-child therapist and a coach. I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist, and I'm a chair. I go to schools to train children on the game of chess. I go to school to counsel. I do personal counseling. I also do group counseling. You may want to reach out to me if you have any issues in your home, or you want me in school, in your school. You can reach out to me via this lab brother by putting in comments at the comment section, or call me 0815 235 7081 813 512 5715. Once again, I say my name is Loretta Iyasele. Thank you so much for hooking up. And if you happen to watch this broadcast after the live session, you can put hashtag replay and let me know how this has influenced and impacts your parenting journey. Thank you so much for being there. God bless you. Bye for now.